how's GoGo, my Gran? Oh, she's wonderful, wonderful. And she would say, oh, I'm wonderful. My Gran is a dream. She is now 96 years old. Yeah, 96. Still one of the funniest people in my family. Still sharp, still has the best memory, better than mine, better than my mom's. Like, we'll talk to her and then she'll have to remind us of things. Genuinely, she's got, like, I don't even understand how her memory is as good as it is, but she's adorable and she's like tiny, you know, and she's like, oh yes, Trevor. You know, and the other day I popped home to see her. It was a surprise though. And she like said she had like a feeling, you know, it was like a weird thing. Because my mom didn't even know I was coming. And so I landed in South Africa, and I said to my mom, I was like, hey, what are you doing tomorrow? And she's like, why? And I was like, oh, because I'm here. And she's like, wait, you're in South Africa? And I was like, yeah. And she's like, your Gran was right. And I was like, what do you mean? She's like, your Gran kept saying, I have a feeling. I'm feeling Trevor. I'm feeling Trevor. And my mom was like, oh, she's losing it. All right. My mom was like, the day has arrived. This is it. And then my mom was like, I won't tell her you're coming. It'll be a surprise. And so then I walked in, and then my Gran, this is so funny for us as a family, because then I walked in, and then I was like, hello, GoGo. And then she's like, Trevor. And I was like, hi, GoGo. Then she's like, oh, I'm losing it. It was so funny. First things first, whenever you come into an African person's house, you greet. So the first thing I'm going to do is greet. GoGo. GoGo. Hello, GoGo. Ninjani, GoGo. How are you, GoGo? Can we come in? I've got some camera people, GoGo. Are we fine to come in? If you say no, it's fine. I don't mind.
No, they can come in.
Okay. GoGo, I want to welcome you to my show. Mm-hmm. And I want to introduce you to some of my friends and my viewers. Mm-hmm. I brought them to South Africa to show them what it's like. So they said because I'm coming, they want to meet you. How old are you now? 91?
Yeah, 91, 9 months.
When you get to 91, now you count months?
Yeah, 91 years, 9 months.
Okay.
When was the 26th? On Monday, ne?
Yeah, 26th was on Monday.
Yeah.
So I must start phoning you on the 26th of every month until your happy month. I must do that.
Until my happy month, February.
Yeah, until happy month, February. Then we celebrate our birthdays together.
You're one of my grandchildren. I always look at that photograph. You still remember?
I remember.
In there. Ilaya Scott. Every morning, morning, Trevor. And he never answers.
Hanging out with my grandmother on The Daily Show was just like a freak thing that happened because my Gran on the day was just like, she didn't even think of it as TV. She was just like, I was in Soweto for the Global Citizen Festival, and then I was like, maybe we should go to my grandmother's house, and the TV crew was like, can we come with you? And I was like, I'll ask. And I asked my Gran, and I was like, hey, there's a TV crew with me, they want to come in. And then she was like, what is that for? And she's like, oh, these are your friends. I was like, yeah. She's like, oh yeah, your friends can come in. And then like they walked in, and then my Gran was like, oh, your friends are white. If you look at South Africa now as a 91-year-old woman, can you feel the difference between being free and when you were not free?
I feel it.
What is the biggest difference for you?
The biggest difference for me is today, after Madiba went into power, we were free. Madiba.
What was the first thing you remember about Nelson Mandela?
He was just like our God.
Wow.
On earth. Real.
Because people had not seen a black man who was an attorney.
We were not allowed.
Wow.
Nursing, teaching, policeman for a black man. That's all. So it was a wonder even for Madiba.
For young people, it's very hard for them to understand how scary it was to be a black person living in South Africa during that time. But everybody was scared of the police.
Flying squads. Each and every street has a flying squad. It's a knock. at 3 a.m. My police, we used to call them blackjacks. Just like that.
Dress up, let's go.
Yeah. And they were so tall, all of them.
When you see white guys like this, do they remind you of those police?
Yeah.
That's what you remind my grandmother of. I hope you're happy. Bringing memories of flying squad into my house. There are some people who say now, because some people don't have jobs and because it's tough in South Africa, it would be better to go back to apartheid.
No, thank you. It wouldn't be better.
Why not?
Oh no, Trevor. The laws of apartheid. Uyakwazi ukuhamba amazambane ngeminwe
Do you know what it's like to dig for potatoes with your hands?
in the farms, no pay. And then if one of these people working here dies, nimgrumbela umgodi apha, and you still plant potatoes on top of that someone.
You're digging for potatoes with your hands, and if somebody dies from exhaustion next to you, you dig a hole, you put them in that hole, and then you carry on digging those potatoes. What was my contribution? How was I fighting apartheid?
Not knowing.
Not knowing.
You are a kid.
But-
you were born a crime.
Ah.
How could you fight apartheid?
But I told them that I was an apartheid hero, GoGo. I wasn't. Do you know I'm a manager of white people, GoGo?
You don't say.
I'm telling you, GoGo. The white people who work for me.
It's a pity because I don't even wish to see where you stay. Flying over the sea like this? No, not for me.
You must remember, because of so many of the struggle leaders in South Africa were either imprisoned or exiled, the movement in South Africa was held together in large part by women in the country. And so it's weird for me because I understand you travel the world, you understand that everywhere feminism is different and the idea of women is different. But I grew up in a world that was very matriarchal and where women were the most dangerous freedom fighters that existed. No, this is true. You read up on Winnie Mandela. Like, Nelson Mandela was an icon, but the police in the country were afraid of Winnie Mandela. You know, they were, and we had a phrase in South Africa that was, we still use it today, which was, "Watinta bafazi, watinta mbokoko," which means you strike a woman, you strike a rock. And that's what I grew up learning. It was kudos, man. It was fire. Anyone who says, just work hard and things will work out, those people are forgetting a major component known as luck. A lot of people work hard and they're still broke. In fact, a lot of the time, the broker you are, the harder you probably work. Yeah, my grandmother worked 10 times harder than me, but I'm bowling circles around that woman. Yeah, you hear that, GoGo? You can't touch me. You can't touch me. And by the way, happy birthday, GoGo. She just turned 95. In my grandmother's house, we didn't have a tap in the house. We had one tap shared amongst 4 houses. And that seemed like cool compared to my cousins because in the villages, they had one tap, which was like a mile away. So I'd go to my cousins to visit them for the holidays. And then I would my cousin would wake me up at like 5 a.m. I'll be like, dude, what are you doing? He's like, we gotta go get water. And I'm like, what? And then you get the wheelbarrow and then you go. And it's fun when you're on the way there because you're like, this is fun. You've got your wheelbarrow, you're rolling. And then you fill them, you forget that you have to fill them up with water. It's these giant, giant, giant drums of water. And then you bring them back and you're like, fuck. Like the whole time you're just like, I don't need water. I don't need water. And like one day I took, because my cousin was shredded, like just because of that. Every single day was him just lifting a barrel. Which is like 400 pounds on a wheelbarrow, just pushing that every single day. And then one day I remember I was like, I can do this. And I took it and then I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. And then all the water gone. Just like all of it. Yeah, and then I was like, well, you shouldn't have let me take the wheelbarrow. And we're here at my grandmother's house. Welcome to it. This is where I grew up. This wall was a lot taller when I was younger. But let's see if she's here. So this is where I grew up. This was the driveway. We kick it off with the driveway. This is where we used to want to park our cars. We didn't have any cars, but we still built driveways because that's what life is all about, ambition. I'll show you some of the security features that I installed in the house. We've got what's known as a intruder defense mechanism system of glass. Every single one of these bottles, I drank what was inside. Balling. This is where the magic happens. Anybody can have a toilet inside the house, but it takes a real baller to have a toilet outside the house. Now, if you guys will excuse me, I'm about to make some magic happen. MTV Cribs, your boy. Oh wait, there's no toilet paper, hold on. I was a very good-looking baby, I'm sure. Yeah?
Energetic and very naughty.
But mostly good-looking.
Like hell.
Yeah, I'm sure, Gogo.
Do you still remember when you were now schooling in town?
And?
Leaving the bag, the whole school bag.
I left my school bag behind.
No, you left your school bag just in the street.
But
said, oh my God, this thing is too heavy.
But Gogo, if the bag is heavy, you must leave the bag behind. Did
you
know
just
that?
left it there?
Yeah.
Why?
Gogo, did you know that in India now, they're now saying that kids mustn't get bags because it's making their back skew. So I was ahead of my time, Gogo.
Yeah.
I was in the future. My Gran said, she says, wait, no, oh, Trevor is so naughty, he's so naughty. Ooh. And my mom says, yeah, you must beat him then. What do you mean if he's not? Yeah, you must beat him. That's what he's for. You must hit him. And my Gran was like, no, Mbuyiselo, I can't hit him. I can't hit Trevor. I can't hit him. With black children, I know how to hit them. I know I hit them, and then I know what's going to happen. With Trevor, I've seen when you hit him, he becomes blue and green and red and yellow. She says, I don't know what's happening. She's like, ooh, I don't want to kill a white child. My own grandmother, afraid of administering discipline because she feared that she would be breaking the law in our house. She didn't want to hurt a white child.
When you were with me here, oh, Trevor, you gave me a tough time.
Why did I give you a tough time, Gogo?
Because you wanted to play in the street, and I knew the flying squad was going to take me.
So if I was playing in the street, the police would have arrested me?
Yeah! You know, there were kids who never knew what a white man was.
So they thought I was white?
They knew you were white, and they ran away.
The kids ran away from me?
You!
But why did they
It
run
was
away?
the first time they see a white man in the location.
So for them, this was white?
Yeah.
Wow. I feel so special now, Gogo. Huh? To know there was a time that I was white. How old was I when this was happening, Gogo?
3 years.
3 years old. When I was here with you, what did you do when I was naughty?
Those big bumps, they know my slippers.
Who was naughtier, Gogo, me or my mom?
You were both. You'd never tell Patricia what to do. No. She did what she wanted to do, and she was good at her work.
Oh, you know how mom is.
Yeah.
Must always go up.
Yeah.
And her and I, man, we have such a beautiful love and a bond for each other. You know, we just have this thing. Ever since she hit me,
Always full of life. Come and catch me and beat me again. I didn't even feel it, you know. You see? And then what do? You must laugh, really. That's Trevor.
How's my grandmother doing? Oh, she's fantastic, man. 91 years old and 10 months. Yeah, she makes me count the years and months as well now. It's a new thing. Did she cook for me? No, she's too old. Oh, no. She even says to me, I was like, what do you do, Gogo? She's like, oh, me. She's like, I just enjoy being alive. And then all she does is we ready? Yeah, all she does is she chills at home. Like she's got like her squad of grannies. And they all just come and hang out. And it's like a weird team of like superheroes where they've all got their specialties. And then hers is that her memory is bulletproof. So all her friends ask her about things they've forgotten about in life. But I'm like she's got a better memory than me, my mom, everybody. She can tell you what year a thing happened, what month, everything. And so her friends come over and they'll ask like random questions. They'll be like, "No, Malizo," like, where did I meet my husband? And then she'd be like, "Oh, you met him," and then she'll like tell stories and what. It's amazing to watch, yeah. And so all she does all day, she loves writing. That's what she does. And I asked her why, and she says, "To be 91 and know how to still read and write. Oh, I'm so blessed." So that's all she does. Yeah. My grandmother says it the best. She says, "You know what, Trevor? In life, there are butterflies and there are flowers. The butterfly's job is to fly around and come back and tell the flower what it's seen. You are a butterfly, your mother is a flower."
You and your grandmother.
Oh yeah, she was great. She was really fun. She still doesn't get what we were doing because she doesn't watch the
Does she
Daily
know what
Show.
you do? Have you sent her tapes or anything?
No, but and you know what's great is that she doesn't care. That's what I love. So my gran just goes, "He's Trevor, that's why I like him." So I don't want her love of me to be determined by what I do or don't do in my work world. I interviewed my grandmother for the Daily Show, and she does not know what I do, how I do it, why I do it. People tell her, and she's just like, when they say we saw your grandson on the Daily Show, she thinks they means like somewhere, like they saw me somewhere. And she'll be like, "Oh, my friend saw you at Daily Show." And I'm like, on the Daily Show. And it's like, yeah, whatever. Gogo, have you ever watched the Daily Show?
No, Trevor. Andithi ngenxa yale-load shedding. Load shedding, yayazi. Zephuka zonke izinto zami. So I cannot. Like what that DSTV, that dish outside there. It's just there for fun.
My gran said she doesn't watch my show because sometimes the electricity cuts out, which is a very plausible excuse and a nice way to let your grandson down.
No, it's not letting my grandson down. Even yesterday we had no electricity.
No, I hear you, Gogo. I didn't expect that answer. It's a good answer, Gogo. So I must make sure that you have a generator so you can watch my show.
Wonderful.
Okay.
And then if it is on Manlo generator.
Who fits the generator? Okay, so I must get someone to fit the generator also.
I think so.
Okay.
And I look the park, I look now with the STV.
Oh, and then I must also fix the cable. Okay. I feel like I've been tricked into doing a lot of things for you to watch my TV show, Gogo.
At Bongi's place. Akukho mina bangayijongi.
Wow. So I can't convince you to come and see that I manage white people?
No. I don't even wish. I only take you as my grandson. And that is all.
I appreciate that, Gogo. Thank you for having us, Gogo, and thank you for letting me bring these cameras. And thank you for sharing these stories with my friends. And thank you for being amazing.
You've brought so many friends.
I've brought too many friends, Gogo. You guys must leave now. You guys must go. Bye-bye. I still believe the Bible story, and I'll tell you why. Because my grandmother might watch this episode. Hi, Gogo. And then this is my number one lady. This is my number one. This is my gran. Yes. As you can see, I got my height from her. This is my gran. Francis Noah. How old are you now, Gogo?
82.
82 years old. She still works. She still catches all those taxis that you see. She doesn't want to retire. She wants to work. She still cleans.
Yeah.
This is my gran. Rock and roll.
82
years old.
82 years old.
82 years old.
Stop.
Yeah, my gran. She just said he was naughty. Yep. Hidings I got.
Where's your car?
It's outside. I'll show it to you.
Is it safe?
It's gonna be fine.
Did you leave somebody in the car?
No, it'll be fine. They can't steal it, Gogo.
Are you sure?
They can't.
Is there magic there?
There's no magic. They can't steal it.
Huh? You'll be surprised.
No, they won't. And people are watching it. There's so many people there.
So many people. Do you know what type of people are those? They might be hijackers. Ah, Trevor.
GoGo, you worry too much. Did I sleep in this one? I don't even remember which one. I just remember getting hidings in here. This is the bedroom. This is like it, everything, and you had to make do. And you would live, maybe 2 of you or 3 of you could live in here. You know, if family needed you to. This is where it all was. So there were like 8 of us, 8 or 9 of us that used to live. 8, 9, sometimes 10, depending on who was. So we'd sleep here a lot. Like you'd sleep on the couches and kids.
Yeah.
We used to sleep on the floor here, on the couch and on the floor. It was very normal. It was just like, you know, that's what we did.
And everybody was so happy.
So yeah, so this is it. That's as small as it is. 10 people living here. I mean, this was it. You bring back such memories. I think I might cry. Wow.
Hey, don't cry.
No, I won't cry because the camera's on. I'm just gonna look like, you know. Yeah. Oh wow, that's still up there. In everything, give thanks.
Because you can't buy life.
GoGo, let me be off. Please, you walk me out so that they don't think I just walked in by myself. let them see you with your grandson.
With my grandson.
So that they say that.
I've got to be on there.
Yeah. It doesn't matter which side. Doesn't matter which side you're on.